Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, so that means it's St. Patrick's Day. Um, for the first time, I noticed a difference. I don't really feel excited. Me and my family, we're all about every single holiday. We go full force. We get excited to wear the colors. We incorporate it in our makeup and our clothing. We decorate the house. We just, you know, honor it in every way possible. And for the first time, I know my daughter woke up when she went to college. Before she went to college, she goes, I got my green, and I'm not going to pinch you because I know you're just waking up. And I'm like, I got some green in my pajama pants. She goes, oh, you're saved. And then my son last night, when he took a shower, he put on green pajamas. He had his, I think it was Ninja Turtles shirt and the matching pants. And he was excited, and I didn't want to like bring his excitement down, but I really felt the difference. And it's like, maybe later on it'll be different as the day goes on, but it's just so somber because of what's happening in the world with the coronavirus and how serious this is and how sad it is. Um, I had to sadly cancel our autism march, which we've never done in 12 years. We have marched in fierce storm, rain, winds, where our posters were breaking, bending backwards. Our umbrellas were bending backwards and breaking. And in fact, that year we were on the front page of the newspaper, and it says, a fierce group of people determined to march for autism awareness. And my philosophy was always, I was always going to march. I would never cancel if I had to do it on my knees. But we were going to march no matter what the weather, rain, shine, storm, no matter what. We were always going to march. And we have done that for the past 12 years. And I never thought in a million years that we would be going through what we're going through. And it wasn't a easy decision because we were making the baskets. We started off with the children's baskets, and we got them done, and we were starting to work on. We had four more children's baskets, but the Walmart had ran out of the colorful cellophane paper. They only had the very clear, and I don't like the clear because it just doesn't give color to it or vibrant to it. So I usually use pink for girls, blue for boys. If it was, there's sometimes purple, I'll use that, green. And then because Easter fell after the Autism March, they had a lot of Easter cellophane paper. So it was great. And so we had four more to do, two more boys and two more girls. And then we were going to start working. We had all the stuff. Yeah, already bought the stuff. There was some more things we needed to get, of course, just here and there, but most of everything was bought. I would say like 90% of everything was bought. When we were getting ready to start on the special angels that we were honoring, we're honoring six. And we weren't doing regular baskets, they were lunch pails. We had two Spider-Man, two PJ Masks, and two grow ones. It kind of looked like a jersey kind of look. And we were going to start to work on the caregivers gift basket. So we had all the bags with all the stuff we got. And it was really exciting, but I have been watching the news all day, every day, and I kid you not, just really being updated. They say to limit yourself to 1 to 2 news references, not to drive yourself crazy by going all over the news, watching here, watching there. And my favorite one, of course, is CNN. I watch them. I feel they're more reliable. They're more detailed, more complete. The heart and soul is into it. I just love CNN. And then, of course, I watch The View, which they always keep up to date on everything that's happening. And then there's a Spanish channel, of course, that I watch with my husband, to be in touch as far as, a Spanish news channel. And that's pretty much it. I try to stick with those. So I've been, just updating and keeping informed. And then I started to think, wow, should I not should I continue with the march? Should I not? Let me, and I started to talk with my family. What do you guys think? My husband was, I think we need to cancel. My daughter's, what would be like, whatever you decide, Mom, we're with you. And so I thought, okay, I have an autism group page on Facebook, and I thought, okay, that's where all the people that march with me and all the people that know my journey are on that page. That's how I communicate with them. That's how I keep them updated on resources and information and on my family and what we do for autism. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go Facebook Live and get the feedback of the people. Either they're going to be like, no, don't cancel it. We look forward to this day. It's just one day of the year. We're with you no matter what. Or they're going to be like, we're afraid, we're uncomfortable. Maybe we shouldn't do it, but, maybe we could do it later. So I really wanted, because they were important to me. Their health and safety was the utmost importance to me. I mean, this is truly meaningful to me. This is no joke to me. The march is my labor of love. It's going to be my legacy when I'm gone. And so it just means everything to me. And like I said, I would march on my knees if I had to. If I had to be in a wheelchair, God forbid, I would march. But I just couldn't foresee. And even if I was in the hospital, I would march with them in spirit through video. I would be marching. I would have a live video going so that I could be a part of it, and my family would take over and take on. I just didn't foresee anything to stop us. Just nothing to stop us. And so, as I was being updated with the news, they had the 250 mark where it had to be 250 people or less. And I thought, okay, I definitely am safe in that mark because it fell on a weekday this year, and usually on a weekday it's a little bit less people. I've had hundreds and hundreds of people march with me, and sometimes when it's really raining and it's in the weekday, it's harder for people, even though most of the people that have marched with me for years already prepare and take that day off way ahead of time, or they'll take an extra lunch hour or whatever they have to do, but they're there. They're at the march. They're loyal. They're consistent. But for a lot of people, weekdays are harder because people work, and especially if it's like last year, I believe it was under 250. It was a weekday and it rained. It wasn't heavy rain, but it rained. And then it kind of got pretty as the day went on. But I thought, okay, I'm safe because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be below the 250 mark because it's a weekday. The weather's we'll have 1 week full of rain, 1 week that's really beautiful and sunny. So we're iffy on the weather. So I thought, we're safe there. But then I started to listen more and more to the news, and then they had a 6 feet distance. This is when the social distancing really started to be talked about, and they said we should keep 6 feet distance. And I thought, oh my God, I can't guarantee that because we march on the sidewalk. We don't march in the middle of the street. We're working on one day having that happen where we're able to shut the streets down and march. It takes us an hour more or less to get from one end of the town to the other. And I thought maybe one day I'm going to talk to the city and get the right permissions so that one day of the year for 1 hour we can shut the streets down and be able to march. And then at that time we could probably have done the 6 feet distance. But because we don't do that yet, we march on the sidewalk. We're in very close proximity. And then what happens is when we get to each corner, if there's a stop sign or a light, we have to stop and wait for it to be okay for us to cross the street. And then that's when our group of marchers get even closer together. I'm the head of the march, and then I have one daughter in the middle of the march, one daughter at the end of the march. And the reason why we do this is to make sure that everybody's okay, that nobody's left behind, because some of us walk really faster than others, and it'd be easy to leave people behind. Another reason, in case people are tired and need a break and need to take a breather and need to rest their feet, it's really tough. And I thought, my nose itches, sorry. My daughter being in the middle, my other daughter being at the end, they can say, oh, because we communicate. I have a speaker microphone on a headset, and then we also communicate through walkie-talkie and through our cell phones. And they're like, "Mom, hold the march because this person is tired. They need a break." Or if it's we've marched on really hot days, they just want to drink some water and just take some rest in a shade area that we have. And so through that communication, we're able to stop and give people a chance to rest and take a breather, and then they'll let me know when they're ready to continue, and then we continue the march. So that's when we kind of bunch up and get closer together. And I love that. I love that we cover from beginning to the end. And it's so many people that march with us. It's blocks and blocks away that we have to make sure that everything's okay and everybody's caught up and we're not leaving anybody behind. And so that was the point of putting one daughter in the middle of the march, one daughter at the very end of the march, and me being ahead of the march. Because we want everybody to be okay and this to be an amazing experience. And so I thought, I'm not going to be able to guarantee that 6 feet distance because of the fact that we march on the sidewalk. And when we get to those corners where, like I said, there's a stoplight or a stop sign, we have to wait there for it to be okay to cross, safe to cross. And then we have to wait for the people to catch up. And then that's kind of when we're very close together. And so I thought I couldn't guarantee that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go Facebook Live on my page. I'm going to get a feedback for the people. And then I sat here and I have been very prayerful about it. I pray every night, sometimes through the day. I'm very spiritual. So I was really doing a lot of soul searching, just going through the years of autism and how much this meant to me and my family and how dedicated we were and how determined we were. And I was just asking God to help me make the right decision, to really be able to how can I say, be able to really make sure that these people didn't feel forgotten, that one day of the year that they're remembered, that they're honored, that they're our general thing. So anyway, moving on. Yeah, so I wanted to go to Facebook Live on my Autism Faces group page and just kind of get the feedback. But after really soul searching and praying, praying harder than ever and saying, God, guide me, give me the strength to do whatever I have to do, guide me as to the best decision I can make. These people's health and safety is the utmost importance to me, as well as me and my family's health and safety. But this is the one day that people look forward to, that they're remembered, that they're honored, that they're loved, that they're excited. From the food to the drinks to the activities, to the gift baskets, to honoring two special moms. It's just a lot. It's just so, so, so special. And, I know a lot of people will still want to write it out, but help me to make the best decision because I want to do the right thing and I want to be in solidarity with the world and I want to be respectful. And, we could always do it another day, but they will not be forgotten. So then, after being very prayerful and being updated and talking to my family, we decided not just to get the feedback, but just to cancel it completely, and not even cancel it, postpone it. That even if the people wanted to continue, that we were gonna postpone it anyway because this was the best decision. This was the right decision. And it weighed heavy on my mind and heart. So with that, sadness and with that weight on me, I knew that I was making the right decision, and I just hope that people understood. And so yeah, me and my daughter went Facebook Live, and oh my God, the overwhelming amount of love and support and understanding and appreciation and the words that people were sending to me as I was live, it was just overwhelming. And of course I started to get so emotional, more than I even thought I would, even though I knew it was going to break my heart to have to do this because it was my promise to these autistic children and their families. I just couldn't even kind of grab my composure there for a minute. And so and then when I got all that love and understanding, appreciation and support, it just was whoa, So yeah, I'm leaning over. I hate to lean over. I got the heater on. It's a cold day. Just kind of staying at home, like they're asking everybody to stay at home as much as possible and stuff. So yeah, I went Facebook Live and I announced that we were postponing it. It was with a heavy heart, and that I came to the decision, but I let them know I had been praying about it, and after being updated on the news and talking to my family, we felt that this was the right decision. That we were okay, that we would be okay with the 250 mark, but that I couldn't guarantee that 6 feet distance between us because of marching, like I said, on the sidewalk and having to stop at the stoplight and the stop sign corners and all that stuff. That this was the best decision to keep everybody safe and healthy, as well as me and my family. But that we were going to take safety precautions. So not only were we good with the 250 mark, but we had worked above and beyond to see what we can do to keep it safe and healthy, even though every year I make sure everything's safe, clean, and healthy. But we were going above and beyond. Like we were going to have, God, I'm leaning. I feel like lazy when I lean like that. So we were going to have Clorox bacteria soap that kills 99.9% of germs and viruses, bacteria, germs, and viruses. We were going to wipe everything down with that. We were going to have Clorox wipes with us, sanitizers with us. We were going to wear gloves. Anybody that serves my food at the march has to wear gloves. That's always been that way. I demand that way. This year it was going to be my daughter, and she was not only going to wear gloves, but I was going to have her wear a mask. Because sometimes when you're greeting people and saying, here's your pizza or whatever, you can accidentally spray out of your mouth. And I didn't want that to be an issue or a problem. I didn't want that to happen at all. So my daughter was not only going to have on gloves, but she was going to have on a mask. And I was going to require everybody on my volunteer team to wear gloves, at least, from the tickets to handling the gift baskets to everything. Every volunteer team member was going to wear gloves, including myself. And we were, like I said, we were going to wipe down. We were going to have sanitizers for people, Clorox wipes for people, wipes that were safe for hands and face. We were also, as every year, we have a bucket of water, but we were also going to use the very cold water bottles that we have for them for when they're done marching to take a cold water bottle to drink. We were going to have like antibacterial soap dispenser and put a little bit on your hands. And with the water bottle, you can actually physically wash your hands if sanitizing and wipes wasn't enough. If that made people feel more comfortable, we were going to have that option. And then paper towels, of course, and everything. We were going to eliminate the group photo as we do every year. We love our group photo, but that would be too close for comfort. We had to squeeze together so you know, we could do the photo. I was going to eliminate that so that people could, so we would still be respecting the social distancing, where we would not bunch up together. We were just going to use the photos that we were the photos and videos that we would be taking as the people marched, and just be happy with that. And then we were also going to eliminate the kids' activities. We usually do face painting, or we have aprons for the children, and they put their handprints in paint, and then they put it on the apron. We do different activities for the kids. We were going to eliminate that so we didn't have the close proximity, and we were just going to do the food, the drinks, the water bottles, the desserts. We were going to, like I said, already have photos and videos from the people marching, and we were going to do the gift baskets. We were going to make the event a shorter time so that people didn't have to be together as much as possible, but yet we would have our event and be happy and feel special. So we were already in the works of making sure that we were going to take every necessary self and safety precaution as possible. So, but we would continue the march because we were going to go above and beyond. But then that wasn't enough because of the 6 feet distancing. I couldn't guarantee that. So I felt that the better decision was to postpone it. And I didn't want to cancel it to next year because I thought, oh my God, that would be 1 year without it, and we had to wait another whole year. And so I was looking up dates and thinking, when can I postpone it to? When would be enough time passed, and that it would be a meaningful Autism Day? I didn't want just any random Date, I feel like so weird, like leaning back. Let me get up here a little bit. So I wanted a meaningful date that still had something to do with autism, that would still be honoring autism, that just wasn't postponed to just any date. And so there was another date that I always wanted to do things on, do another special thing with these autistic children and their families, but it never worked out, and that was June 18th. June 18th is Autism Pride Day, so we would still be doing our march for an autism meaning, for something honoring autism, because it's Autism Pride Day. And it might work out better because it's in the summer where we might have better and warmer weather. The children are out of school, so they don't have to worry about taking their children out of school or not being able to come to the march because they have to be in school. They would be out of school, so more children and their parents would be present, so the march would be bigger and it would just be all around better. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to postpone it to that date. So I did my notes because I don't want to forget anything, and my daughter set us up with the LED light and everything to go Facebook Live. We did, and I'm going to show you a clip of what that Facebook Live was like and what I said to the people and some feedback and all that stuff. So, yeah, so check it out. Get started. Okay, everybody, we're going to try to wait for a few people to connect before we actually start giving you information and talking to you. For those of you that don't know me, I am Carmen Torres. I am your administrator for the Autism Faces group page, and I'm also your creator and founder of the Autism March that we do here in Ukiah. So I'm coming to you to let you know what the future of the march is for this year. We all know that we're going through the very serious and scary coronavirus pandemic. So I want to address anybody's questions or concerns and let you know what we decided on whether we will continue with the march for this year or whether we're going to postpone it. I definitely, if we postpone it, want to do it this year. I don't want to cancel it and wait till next year. I want to postpone it. I do have a special date in mind, which represent autism as well. That date is June 18th, which is Autism Pride Day. So it definitely has the autism meaning, and it's a day that we also honor our autistic children and their families. So it sounds a little bit better because it's in the summer, so the weather will probably be better. The kids will be out of school, so more parents and children can attend. So it has its great benefits, and hopefully this coronavirus will be controlled or better by then. We're hoping. But I've been closely monitoring the news. I've been updating and constantly being informed on every news channel possible, especially I think where I've got the greatest news and update information is through CNN. It's hard for me to say that word. So yeah, it's been weighing heavy on my mind and my heart. I am heartbroken if I have to postpone it. But at the same time, I definitely want to put the health and safety of our marchers, of these autistic children and their families, as well as myself and my family in the forefront of everything. Because like I said, we can always postpone it for another date, but we don't want to take a chance on anybody's health or their safety. What heartbreaks me is that this is my labor of love. We've done this for 12 years. We've marched through fierce rain and storms and winds. We have been determined to march, rain, shine, storm, fierce rain. If I have to do it on my knees, I was definitely ready to do so. We never expected something like this to happen, which the coronavirus, it's so unfamiliar, unknown. I know a lot of people say more people die from the flu, but that could be true so far, but what the difference is to me is that we've had so many years and decades of experience and knowledge in the flu. We even have a flu shot. Doctors, it's not unfamiliar territory, even though people still die from it, unfortunately. But this is something unfamiliar. We don't have the knowledge that we would love. We've never experienced it. We don't know where it starts, where it comes from, when it's going to end, how long it's going to last. We don't have a shot or a vaccination for it. And it's pandemic. So it's really scary and really sad. And we just have to take every necessary safety precaution to protect and ensure that ourselves and our family and our community is as healthy and as safe as possible. I've been praying a lot about it. I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a very prayerful person. So I pray every night and sometimes even in the daytime. I always uplift my family and friends and the community and the world up in prayer. I definitely been doing that for the people that are affected from the coronavirus and the ones that haven't been affected, but I just pray for that they continue to stay well and that this doesn't touch them. As a family, we've been I'm an extremely clean person, plus I have OCD on top of that. So all this is not new to me, to be so clean and disinfectant and careful and stuff like that. So it's not new to me, but I'm going even above and beyond that. So us, like everybody else, we are making sure that our house is disinfectant, constantly clean, and doing the doorknobs and surfaces are constantly touched. We are washing our hands beyond measure. We have the Clorox wipes, Clorox sprays, sanitation wipes, sanitizers, you name it, we have it. We've done everything that the CDC recommends, all the doctors and... Oh my God, this girl.
Oh, it's still there. Oh, thank God. I thought I canceled
it. Sorry.
Hi.
Gotta have the wipes ready, I'm telling you. Sorry if I got cut off for a second. My daughter called me. Even though I put her on the invite, she didn't realize I was going live. Hi, Chris. Hi, Kim. Thank you for watching. I've been in contact with Kim. Kim is a good friend of mine's. She was also concerned and wanted to know what were we thinking about as far as the march and what our thoughts and plans were. And so I was able to have a good conversation with her the other night. I thank you for your concern, Kim, and just thinking about us. That really meant a lot to me. And she's kind of helped me spread the word about the Facebook Live. So I appreciate that. Hi, Jennifer. I'm waiting for a lot more people. I posted it. Hi, Rosa. I posted this yesterday because I wanted people to be prepared. I wanted to do it on a weekend where most likely people would be home and not at work. I didn't want to do it on a weekday during either people working or doing their family dinner. So I wanted to make sure it was on the weekend where, like I said, most people are likely. Hi, Adriana. That's my daughter. Hi, Jorge. That's my husband. Everybody's watching. That's good. So I definitely wanted to do it on a weekend where most people would not be working and not at a time where people will be at their dinner table with their families, because I know that is even more meaningful now in this time than ever. So I'm hoping that a lot of people will tune in. If for any reason after this live video, if you want to spread the word on whatever decision or we talk about, that would be great. I was just telling everybody, this is really tough. Whoa, I think I get that emotion. This is definitely my labor of love. I'm going to try to get it together here. Like I said, we've done it for 12 years with no stop. We've marched in rain, fierce storms, and winds. Trust me, I would say I would do it on my knees if that's what it took, because this is my labor of love and it will be my legacy when I'm gone. I never thought I would have to cancel, but of course we didn't expect something like the coronavirus to happen. And it's just meaningful to me and my family because it's the one day that we show these autistic children and their families that somebody cares, somebody understands, because we're in that journey with you, that you're remembered, that you're honored. And it was just so much fun to just share a day where we can eat and drink and have desserts together and do some fun activities and take pictures as an autism family that we are, and to give out gift baskets, you know, have people win gift baskets and stuff like that, and putting them all together. As you can see in the back, the children's gift baskets are done.
It's just so exciting and so meaningful. But me and my family definitely will always have our marchers, our autistic children and families, your health and your safety in the forefront of our mind, as well as me and my own family. My back is itchy. So that's the utmost important for me. So that's why I've been really watching the news on a constant, all day, everyday basis, trying to get as much as information as possible. Hi, Sor. And it's been weighing on my mind and my heart to see, should we continue or should we postpone this? I know that we're under the 250 mark crowd. They said if it's 250 or more, you should not do the event. I know, especially because it's during a weekday, that we wouldn't have that amount of people, so we were okay there. The one thing that did concern me is the 6 feet space between us, because we march on the sidewalk and we're not the group that marches in the streets. We haven't been able to have that allowance yet, to be able to shut the streets down and march in the streets, which it would probably give us more space apart. We march on the sidewalk and we're in close proximity. I guess we could space ourselves out and try to be conscious of that, but it's really, really hard because as we're crossing the stoplights and the street corners, we have to stop and then we end up being bunched up closer. So it's just hard to prevent the 6 feet distance. And so that was something I couldn't guarantee and I didn't want to take a chance. Sorry. Oh, God. So the whole thing of going Facebook Live was to get your feedback on should we continue or should we postpone it, answer your questions and concerns. But as the days went by, and after, like I said, a lot of constantly being updated with the news and what the doctors, scientists, and CDC are saying, and after talking with my family, and after a lot of soul searching and praying, we've come to the decision that we need to postpone. We just cannot risk anybody's health and safety, or take any chances. We were going to go above and beyond to take extra precautions. I've always been one to be clean and make sure that everything's good, especially people who've handled the food. You know, we provide pizza and drinks and desserts. I've always made sure that people have gloves on. But this year, my daughter that's next to me was going to be the one handling the food and the drinks and stuff. And not only was she going to wear gloves, she was going to wear masks, because sometimes when you're greeting the people and talking to the people, you can spray from your mouth unknowingly and accidentally. And I didn't want to take that chance. So she was definitely going to have a mask on. Also, I was going to require all of my volunteer team to have gloves on, whether you were handling the tickets or money or gift baskets, whatever. Everybody, including myself, was going to have gloves on to take that extra safety precaution. Of course, we were going to wipe down our tables and everything that we came in contact with. We were going to provide sanitizers, Clorox wipes, paper towels. There were years we even did a water bucket, but then my husband had this great idea where we provide iced water bottles. We have different ice chests with water bottles, so when the people stop marching, they could take a break and get some water, because sometimes we march where it's really been hot. And so we use those same bottles to pour on people's hands, and we were gonna take this kind of soap here. It's an antibacterial soap, so that you didn't have to touch a bar soap. We were going to drop some on your hand, and then with the water bottle being poured on your hand, you can actually physically wash your hands, and we would have paper towels. That was one way we were going to do things. We were going to also provide and use these Clorox wipes, which kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria. We were going to have these there on hand just to spray any surfaces that we need to, which also does the same thing. We were going to wear gloves and also provide gloves if you just wanted to be safe than sorry, which we were going to use these kind, I guess. They're latex free, so people allergic to latex didn't have to worry. We also had these moist wipes where you can use, because these are more for surfaces and knobs and stuff like that. This is an antibacterial It kills germs, but you use it for your hands and face. So we were definitely taking the necessary precautions. I'm still waiting. There's only 5 people watching. I didn't invite everybody because I wasn't familiar with everybody's names. So I'm hoping that people will tune in, or that you guys can spread the word. So we'll give people more time. So I kind of wrote some notes here, so I'm going to read off my notes. When I first decided to do this Facebook Live, it was, like I said, to get your feedback as to should we continue our Autism March with taking extra safety precautions, or should we postpone to another date to protect the health and safety of our marchers, as well as myself and my family. But after a lot of being constantly updated with the news and a lot of praying about it and talking to my family as to what we should do, we decided not to take a chance. And keep everybody safe and comfortable, even though from when I last checked, which was a few minutes ago, there is no known cases in Mendocino County or Ukiah at all, which thank God. We still need to be safe. We were okay with the 250 max crowd measurement, especially because the march is on a weekday. I couldn't guarantee the 6 feet distance space between us, especially because we march, like I said, on the sidewalk. We don't march in the streets. So there will be a lot of taking risk of people marching too close to each other. We were going to definitely take the extra safety precautions, like I said, wearing masks and gloves. I've always had the food person wear gloves, so we were going to have all the volunteer team wear gloves and stuff like that. But because of the coronavirus, I wanted to require the extra gloves and mask and all that stuff for everyone that volunteers. We were also, like I said, going to take all of these gloves and soap if you wanted to actually physically wash your hands, and the wipes and the sprays and the special wipes for your hands and face. We were also going to make the event, why my back is itchy, the event a shorter time. We weren't going to keep people any longer than necessary. Usually we want to socialize and we want to talk and, exchange information and just, say hello and hug each other and, just socialize. It's our one day for all of us. I was going to make the event a shorter time so that, hi Shauna. So I was going to make the event a shorter time so that people didn't have to be there any longer than necessary. We were also going to not do activities for the kids because we didn't want that close contact. But it was still going to be so nice because, of course, we have the gift baskets for the children, the caregivers. This year, we were going to honor special angels. They were beautiful Spider-Man PJ masks and stuff like that, lunch pails. And those angels are going to be Gabriel Fernandez, Anthony Avalos, Noah Quattro, Nico Watts, Cece and Bella Watts, as well as Fatima from Mexico. We also had a grand prize, which we were honoring Kobe and Gigi Bryant. It's a really beautiful big grand prize honoring them and the Lakers. So we had a lot of special new things this year that we wanted to do. We were also going to eliminate the group photo because, of course, we all have to squeeze in together, and that's definitely something we don't want at all. We have plenty of group photos, and we figured we would be good with the photos that we were in the videos that we were taking as people marched. We would pretty much get everybody that way and not necessarily need the group photo. So we were going to eliminate that. And we also wanted to be in solidarity with the world and our community. Everybody's canceling their events. Why wouldn't we do the same? From concerts to soccer games, basketball games. Just every event is pretty much being canceled for the safety and health of everyone involved. And so, of course, we have to be in solidarity with everyone, especially because your health and safety, as well as me and my families, are in the utmost forefront of my mind and my heart. And so However, our autism families, our autistic children and families will not be forgotten. Like I said, I'm not going to wait till next year to do it unless this just goes to the deep end, which God forbid. I was just going to postpone it. The date that I chose was June 18th because June 18th is Autism Pride Day. So it's still a meaningful day for the autism community, for these autistic children and their families. I thought it would be even a better day actually because it's in the summer where it most likely will be hotter and warmer and beautiful. And children are out of school by then. So more families and children could make it. So it has its great benefits to us postponing it to that date. And it's only April, May, June, 3 months away, 2.5 months, 3 months away. So I thought, maybe it works for the better good. And it will turn out even better for this year. And next year, definitely, if all is well, we will continue with our April 2nd, which is World Autism Awareness Day. So yeah, also the people that donated, your donations have went to the items for the gift basket, so it did not go in vain. And these gift baskets will be held up nicely to our postponement date. And so it will still go towards the march and towards the children and their families. So no worries there. And I thank everyone who did donate. It was a couple of family members and a lot of my dear friends, and even a couple of new people that joined Autism Faces that I haven't had the chance to meet yet. I was looking forward to that at this March. So yeah, that's where it is. But I still want to get your feedback. This morning I got 2 responses. One person said, rain or shine or coronavirus, we're going to be there, which I appreciate their support. It's one of my loyal people. And then another person said, I have some health issues. I take care of my mother-in-law. She has a few family members that she takes care of and is in contact, and didn't want to risk her health or her family's health. So she was going to lay low this year. So out of those 2 people, it was kind of half and half. Oh, Kim, don't make me cry, Kim. When we started this march in 2009, it was just me, my husband, my children, and one friend. And 12 years later, it's like tons of people that march with us. We have been on internet TV. We have been on the Spanish and English newspaper publications. People from other states, from other countries have heard about me and my journey with my son. And they have come all the way here to meet me. And it's just been so inspiring. It just makes my labor of love even more meaningful. And like I said, when I'm gone, it will be my legacy. It will not stop because I'm gone. My children will take over and continue it for me. Hi, Denise. Denise, I really appreciate your feedback. I totally understand and I agree with you. You will be missed and you will be thought of if we had continued the march. But, no worries. I totally understand. And I just appreciate you giving me your feedback. My daughter wrote, we will always be there for you and people will understand of the circumstances of not able to march. Thank you, Adriana. Hi, Irma. It's really hard because I was willing to march. I always said if I had to go on my knees and march, no matter what the circumstances, like I said in 2011, it was a fierce rain, storm, fierce winds, and we still marched. That year we came out of the newspaper. They said a group of fierce people still willing to march for autism awareness. And a lot of my marchers there are that loyal. Thank you, Adriana. I love you too. I hope so. Because people really look forward to this. People that have marched with me for years, they look forward to this one day a year that someone cares, that someone understands because they're going through that journey. I'm going through that journey. My son is 24, so it's been 24 years of this journey. that someone remembers them, that honors them. It was our special day as an autism family to be together and socialize and have fun and eat and just, it was like a reunion. Jennifer,
There you go. I can see it. Sorry.
you're an amazing woman and have a wonderful family. We're so appreciative of all you do for our families. I'm always here to help. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That means a lot.
Denise said something too. I don't know if you saw it. There it is.
This is truly, like I said, it's been 12 years and we've never canceled or postponed this one day, April 2nd, which is World Autism Awareness Day. It just means everything to me. It's my heart and soul. It was in honor of my son, and it was for all these autistic children and their families. I just wanted them to have their day. That we were bringing autism awareness to the forefront of our family, our friends, our neighbors, our community, in the world. That we were remembered. It was our day, and I never wanted to cancel. And I've always said, if I'm sick, my kids would still do it for me, and I would watch from video or something. But thank God I've been healthy these past 12 years to be able to hit it up and go forward. And it takes a lot of time and money and work to put this event together. I've done it by myself for the first 10 years, and within the last 2 years is when we've gotten a few donations here and there, which I appreciate so much, because it puts a smile on these kids' face and their families. And that's why I wanted to honor caregivers as well, because it's a very difficult, it's a very sad journey at times because of the levels and the years that we go through autism, but it also has its special times and its blessings. And so, it just became my labor of love and my promise to these children and their families that I will, as long as I am alive and have breath, that I would do it. And like I said, when I'm gone, my kids have promised to keep my legacy going. More people are joining, maybe re-explaining what's happening on the March. Okay. So more people are joining that. And so we're going to kind of go over it again and again. So for you that have heard it like 3 or 4 times, bear with us, because we have to re-say everything as people are joining. So my friend Denise says everything in the world is being postponed just about. So we'll all just take a long breath and then pick up where we left off. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Including colleges.
Yeah.
Me.
Everything, every concert, every event known, every sports thing. But just knowing that we didn't take a chance and that you guys are safe and healthy will make me feel better. A lot better, because that's the number one thing to us. So me and my family want to say thank you for all of your love and support, for your loyalty, for marching with us and understanding. And I know you guys will be there on June 18th if all goes well, or whatever date we have to do it after that. And you'll definitely be with us next year, God willing. So we want to thank all of you for your love and support, your feedback. We thank you for any questions and concerns. We'll still be here if you want to reach out to me on Autism Faces or comment on this live video. So we love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And into June 18th, you'll be in our prayers as always. And we'll keep you updated if anything should change by any miracle, or if the June 18th date doesn't work out as well and we're still going through this virus. You'll definitely be updated on any new or different changes. So don't worry. And if you can spread this to all of your family and friends that do come to the march, I would really, really appreciate it. So, I thank you. I love you. We'll miss you. But you will not be forgotten. June 18th. Just keep that date in mind for now if all goes well. And, just God bless everybody.